we will be discussing where the library and TikTok stand within the public and private space.
The dictionary definition of public space is: a public space is a place that is generally open and accessible to people. Some examples of public spaces include parks, playgrounds, beaches, and libraries.
James K. Elmborg, a professor at the University of Iowa, shared his ideas behind libraries as the spaces between us. In this article, he claims that as absolute space, the library presents itself as a highly articulated, powerfully constructed institution. The floors and rooms in libraries are organized by call numbers, and the various ranges might be viewed as urban or rural neighborhoods where like-minded people can mingle with their own kind.
In addition to Professor Elmborg's explanation, historic cassette library manager Michael Holman explains the reasonings as to why libraries need more recognition as public spaces in his TED Talk linked above. He shares that a library has the power to provide a community with many beneficial opportunities that broaden the spectrum of public spaces. Holman also shared his own experience as a child who spent time in his community library. Furthermore, Holman shares that a library is a space where society can bond with each other and find comfort within themselves.
As part of our project, we decided to interview some individuals who were able to give their personal insights and opinions on whether they see the library as a public or a private space.
Public sphere is just any place that where a lot of people would have access to and they don't really have a certain control over it. That of course unless you're giving authoritative instructions saying, oh, like, you know, if you're doing a public speech, then, you know, they say, oh, you get to have this whole area to yourself for this amount of time.
A public space, I would say, would be a park where there's a lot of kids, swings, people, everyone having fun and a good time with friends and family. And a private space would be somewhere, for example, my home.
Public sphere is a place where people can sit together and do their work or anywhere publicly. And a private sphere is a place where people go privately, sit alone and do their work.
And private space would be like any place where it's under your jurisdiction, under your control. So like you can be at your house, you can blast music however loud as you want, you know. Or like you can throw parties, anything like that. Anything that's underneath your personal property, you can do whatever you want and it's within your domain. I would say it's more public than private. It has both properties. As for now, like, this is closed, so in that sense, this is more public because, you know, like, this extends beyond you. You can't close this yourself. You can't say like, oh.
Private or public, it's both, in my opinion, because a private library would be if you had like a membership and only people that pay a specific fee can go. And I would say it's also public is because like a lot of people could go there.
I'd say like, I don't know, around 80% of it would be considered third space.
Although many may say that this claim is false due to the presence of employees at the library, it is acknowledged by many individuals who personally use the facility that the library is accessible in order to do better themselves and their community.
TikTok is an example of Web 2.0. Social media platforms such as TikTok questions the automatic differentiation that separates a public space and a private space. Although TikTok is a very wide-ranged app with many users, not all those users are considered equal. There are individuals who are placed higher on the social radar due to fame and popularity, thus not being a completely leveled playing field for all of its users. In addition, not everybody on the planet can access TikTok. Some countries have banned the app, thus making it unavailable to everyone who seeks it.
Professor Elena Trufanova of Novgorod State University has written about this topic of social media and the two spaces. She claims that while a person considers one's pages and social networks as private space, other users consider it to be a public space. This difference in evaluation becomes a source of conflicts. Personal identity extends due to the digital or network identification. In this situation, the problem of privacy is seen in a new light. It is not only about protection from unauthorized access to private data, but also about the evaluation of the person's profiles and web pages as a private.
Overall, the library and Tik-Tok are standing on different grounds when it comes to their positions within the public and private space. As libraries are considered to be a firm example of public spaces, Tik-Tok represents the controversial merge of the two spaces.